Hello children, we are in the first chapter, Matter in Our Surroundings. In the previous video, we learned about evaporation and the factors that can affect the rate of evaporation. In this video, we'll continue with the same topic, evaporation. Okay, now look at this picture. In this picture, you can see a man doing exercise. So after doing some physical exercise or running, the temperature of the body increases. And so the sweat glands, they give out sweat on the skin. So you can say that after some physical exercises, the body starts sweating. So when this sweat evaporates, it helps to cool down the body. Okay, so when the sweat evaporates, it helps to cool down the body. So here I can say that evaporation causes cooling. So let's find out what happens. We know evaporation means liquid changing into vapor. Okay, so over here the sweat droplets change into vapor. For the sweat to evaporate, it needs heat of vaporization. So this sweat, it will absorb the heat of vaporization from the body. So as the body loses this heat of vaporization, it gets cooled down. Let's look at another example. If we put a little acetone or nail polish remover at the back of our hand and wave it around, the nail polish remover or acetone evaporates rapidly and our hand feels very cold. So over here what is happening? Over here the spirit, or you can say the nail polish remover, which is in liquid form, changes into vapor. Now for the nail polish remover to evaporate, it needs heat of vaporization. So this nail polish remover or acetone, it will absorb the heat of vaporization from the hand. So as the hand loses this heat, that particular area gets cool. From these two examples, we can say that evaporation causes cooling. Now this evaporation causes cooling, it is based on the fact that when a liquid evaporates, it takes the latent heat of vaporization from anything which it touches, and by losing heat, this anything gets cooled. So by keeping these points in mind, we will now give some examples of the cooling caused by evaporation. This picture you can see it's an earthen pot, or you can say matka. Now during summer season, water is usually kept in earthen pot to keep it cool. Now how does the water gets cooled? Let us find out. The earthen pot, it has large number of tiny pores or hole in its wall. So some of the water continuously keeps seeping through these pores to the outside of the pot. Now this water evaporates continuously. For evaporation, the water needs heat of vaporization. So the water will take the heat of vaporization from the pot and the water. So as it is losing the heat, the water gets cooled. Another example, especially in villages, people often sprinkle water on the ground in front of their homes during hot summer evenings. Now, why do they do this? So as we sprinkle water on the ground, the water evaporates. For water to evaporate, it needs heat of vaporization. So this water will take the heat of vaporization from the ground and the surrounding air. So by losing heat, the place gets cool and comfortable. Another example, it is said that we should wear cotton clothes during summer season and not synthetic. What is the reason? Now we know during summer season we sweat a lot. Cotton is a good absorber of water. It will absorb the sweat from the body and it will expose it to the air. So as the sweat is evaporating, it will absorb the heat of vaporization from the body. And as the body loses this heat, it gets cooled down. But in case of synthetic clothes, they do not absorb much of the sweat and they fail to keep the body cool and comfortable. Another example, now it is a common observation that we are able to sip hot tea faster from a saucer than from a cup. Why is it so? We know that saucer has a large surface area, and we already learned that the rate of evaporation increases, okay, if we have a large surface area. Now due to the large surface area of saucer, the evaporation of hot tea is faster, and this faster evaporation cools the hot tea more quickly, making it convenient for us to drink. Okay, so from these examples we can say that evaporation causes cooling. So when liquid changes into vapor, what is happening? It will absorb the heat of vaporization from the object, and as the object loses the heat of vaporization, it gets cool. Okay. So let's come to the next topic, to show the presence of water vapor in air. Now there is always some water vapor in the air around us which we cannot see. The amount of water vapor in air keeps on changing. It is not same. This water vapor which is present in the air, it comes from the evaporation of water from sea, river or pond. Water vapor is also given out by leaf by the process of transpiration. Even land gives out water vapor on being warmed by the sun. Okay, so we can say that air contains water vapor. Let us describe an experiment to show the presence of water vapor in air. For this we need a steel tumbler and some ice cube. Okay, place some ice cubes in a steel tumbler. Wipe the outside surface of the steel tumbler with cloth and make it completely dry. keep the steel tumbler undisturbed for some time. So after few minutes, okay, we can observe tiny water droplets, okay, large number of water droplets on the outside surface of the steel tumbler. So from where is this water droplet coming? Let's find out. Now the air around the steel tumbler contains water vapor in it. So when this water vapor comes in contact with the cool and outside surface of the steel tumbler, they condense and form liquid droplets. We have already learned condensation in the previous video. So when the vapor, when it comes in contact with the cold surface, they will turn into liquid. So from this experiment, we can say that air shows the presence of water vapor. Now, in this chapter, till now we have learnt about only 3 states of matter: solid, liquid and gas. But apart from these 3 states of matter, there are 2 more states of matter. That is plasma and Bose-Einstein condensate. Now, when we heat ice, it will melt and form water. Still, if you continue heating the water or liquid, it will turn into gas. Now, if you continue providing heat to gas, what will happen? So, if we continue providing heat to gas, then comes the next state of matter, that is plasma. So, when we provide heat to the gas and when the temperature reaches several thousand, the gas gets ionized. It means the particles get charged up. Plasma is the first state of matter in the universe, as 99.9% of all the visible matter in the universe exists in the form of plasma. Sun is an example of plasma. Sun is a giant hot ball. Star, lightnings, these are all naturally occurring plasma. Now this plasma application in our day-to-day life is very diverse. Like we have plasma lights, we have plasma screen. Just now I said sun, stars and lightnings are all natural plasma. Even we have man-made plasma in the form of fluorescent tubes and neon sign bulbs or neon bulbs. Now in this fluorescent tubes and neon bulb, okay, they fill the glass tube with gas. And when electricity is passed through this gas, the gases, they charge up, they get charged and they start glowing. That is plasma. In this picture you can see the tubes of different colors. These are neon signboards. Now this different color depends on the type of gas that is filled in the glass tube. Now the next state of matter is Bose-Einstein condensate. In the year 1920, an Indian scientist named Satyendra Nath Bose, he did some calculation for the 5th state of matter. On the basis of this calculation, Albert Einstein, he predicted the 5th state of matter and he named it Bose-Einstein condensate. But they did not have necessary equipments to carry out the experiment. So finally, this state of matter was created by three scientists, Cornell, Kettler and Weyman. Okay, so they created this fifth state of matter, Bose-Einstein condensate or BEC. Now this state of matter can be achieved by cooling gas to a super low temperature. Now you can say minus 273.15 degrees Celsius. So at this super low temperature, the motion or the movement of the particle becomes negligible. And because of this, the kinetic energy becomes low. And the particles, they all clump together. They come closer and they clump together. And as the atoms join together, they form a superatom. Superatom means cluster of atom. And that is how Bose-Einstein condensate was formed. Okay, so children, we are done with the first chapter. In this chapter, we learned about the three states of matter, solid, liquid and gas. Even we studied about properties of solid, liquid and gas. We learned about diffusion. We can change the state of matter by increasing or decreasing the temperature or pressure. That is melting, boiling, freezing, condensation, sublimation, evaporation. Okay. We also learned the characteristics of particles of matter. We have learned that evaporation causes cooling, and apart from the three states of matter, we have two more states of matter, that is plasma and Bose-Einstein condensate. Hope you have understood. Thank you, children. So children, we have completed the first chapter of chemistry, that is matter in our surroundings. Now in this part of the video, I will talk about your summer project. Like what is the project and how it has to be done. For 9th standard, your project is from chemistry, that is the first chapter, matter in our surroundings. So whatever I've taught you in this chapter is what is given in the project form. So you can refer the videos, okay, and these videos will help you to complete the project. So now the front page or the first page, okay, that will be your introduction page. Now in this page you will mention the following things. First is a name, okay, name of the student, roll number, standard and division, subject, that is science, and project topic. So our topic's name is matter in our surroundings. Is it clear? So this will be our introduction page. In that you will mention your name, roll number, standard and division, subject and project topic. Okay. Then the second page. Now from this page you will start with your project. So the first question is, collect information about different states of matter other than solid, liquid and gas. So in this video we have seen that apart from the three states of matter, we have two more states of matter, that is plasma and Bose-Einstein condensate. Okay, so you have to explain the state of matter in 2 to 3 lines. Okay, that is, you will first you will write about plasma, okay, and then collect some information about plasma and write it down. Then you can either draw or paste an image or picture for the state of matter identified. Okay? So you'll write about plasma and then you can stick the picture or you can draw the picture. Same thing goes for the fifth state of matter, that is Bose-Einstein condensate. So collect some information, write down in 2 to 3 lines and stick or draw the picture. Okay, so this will come in the second page. Question number 1. Now, in the third page will come your question number 2. Okay, what is LPG? In which way LPG is filled in gas cylinder? Is there any expiry date in LPG gas cylinder? So now there are 3 parts in this question. Explain each part in minimum 2 to 3 lines. Suppose, like first one, what is LPG? So write down LPG is liquefied petroleum gas. How is it filled? So we know that it is turned into liquid and then stored in the cylinder. So you have to write in 2 to 3 lines. This about LPG we have learned in the videos, so you can refer those videos. You can draw or paste images wherever applicable and relevant. So now it is up to your creativity. Either you can stick a picture of LPG or you can draw. Okay. Then comes the fourth page. So now it is question number 3. Now in this we have collect information about consumption of LPG at your home by looking at the bills. For this, first of all you have to get LPG consumption bill of any month at your home. Okay, so take one gas bill of any month. Okay, ask your parents, they'll provide you with gas bill of any month. Then collect information from your elders or parents on how the bill helps them to identify consumption of LPG gas for that month. Also identify any other relevant information that the bill provides. So take your parents' help and find out the consumption of gas. Okay, how much gas is consumed per month in your home. If there's any other information you get from that bill, please collect the information and write it down as answer. So this is question number 3. Then comes in the 5th page, okay, comes our 4th question. Write information about advantages and disadvantages of pipeline gas over using a cylinder. Now you know what is pipeline gas. In the picture you can see most of the houses right now we have this pipeline gas. Okay, so over here collect and record information about advantages of pipeline gas over cylinder. What are the advantages? I can say that pipeline gas, example, it consumes less space. We have continuous supply of pipeline gas. So these are advantages. So in this way you have to collect the advantages and write it down. Next, collect and record information about disadvantages of pipeline gas over cylinder. Okay, same way like how we did advantages, same way you'll go for disadvantage. One disadvantage I can say that if there's any leakage problem in pipeline gas, the detection becomes difficult. So detection of leakage in pipeline gas becomes difficult. Okay, so like this way collect the disadvantages and write it down in the form of answer. Okay, so this is your project. So in this project we have total 4 questions. So wherever possible stick pictures or draw picture. Now this was the project. Now, where will you write this project? So, collect all information and write on assignment sheet or foolscap paper. So, if you have assignment sheet, go with that. If assignment sheet is not there, you can use foolscap paper. If foolscap paper is not available, you can go for blank A4 size paper. Okay, and present it in the form of project to the respective teacher. Second is, students are expected to complete this project with their own creativity and innovative ideas. So this is your project. So you have to show your creativity. You can use colored pencils, sketch pen, crayons, you can stick. Okay, make it creative. You have to show your innovative ideas. This is your project. Okay, so show your creativity and present this project to the respective teacher. I hope you have understood the project, children. Okay. Thank you.